Good morning from Tokyo. This morning, walking around Ueno Park. Rumor has it there are some water lilies in bloom. So going to check that out. Today is Friday. Looks like a lot of children, a lot of students from the local schools are taking the day out to enjoy the park. This park's one of the biggest in Tokyo. It's right next to the National Museum. So if you really wanted to come out here, you can probably spend half a day, maybe the whole day here. Of course, the obligatory Starbucks everywhere. It's kind of interesting. I just saw a Coty coffee on my way here, which is a Chinese chain. I'm surprised they are here because surprisingly you don't see that many Chinese like chain stores or markets here in Japan. So it was surprising to see Coty coffee. Even though the May 1st holiday is over, it's the city is still clogged with tourists. Everywhere you go, you hear. It's almost rare to hear Japanese. Of course, there's so many Chinese tourists here right now. It feels like Shanghai rather than Tokyo. A lot of the places. All right. Must be field trip day. So many kids out here today. This must be the saddest statues in the world here. This piece looks like the Jewish people escaping bondage. school kids. Oh, sorry. Let's get our bearings here. We are looking for the big pond with the water lilies. Very colorful street near Sensoji Temple. Lots of tourists, lots of shops. I think today get a chance to see a lot of people dressed in kimonos. There's also a kimono rental place here. If you really want to join in the colorful festive scene. I'm sure there's some really intricate rules about wearing of kimonos. So like these goes in the front here. I don't think they are native kimono wearers. I think for a Japanese person it would be just like one look. You'll see whether or not you are. The other thing I like about being here is that sometimes you see some really wild kind of hairstyles on men, which you never see in other kind of Asian countries. Like coming from China, you get the kind of crew cut look because they think it's a very clean look. Well, I mean, it is, but everybody has the same cut. Whereas here, you see some really outrageous cuts. I think that's sort of agreed upon one aspect of Japanese culture life that is not so much curtailed, where everything else is so regimented. They said maybe we'll let the hair go. So a lot of times you see like really buttoned down office workers in immaculate suits, but they have like a Japanese anime style hairdo. So, of course, I love the plastic food displays. So up ahead is the Sensoji Temple. What was here? Cream puff. This is like beer papa. Lots of mochi. Green tea. Everything's green tea here. It'll be refreshing in the summertime. Cream puff and sweets. Check out. I think we have to partake. All right, let's wait for the crowd to die down. Let's check out the temple first. Of course, when you're in Japan, you have a vending machine around every corner selling all your daily necessities. Keep hydrated in this hot weather with anything but Bakari sweat. It's a Buddhist temple coupled with a country fair. Hot dogs and French fries. Great. Ooh, 100 yen for a fortune. Can't beat that. So if you draw a bad fortune, you tie it back here, leave it behind. Don't take it with you. For 100 yen, take your pick. We're inside Sensoji Temple. It's kind of interesting that it's different from other temples in other countries I've seen. You don't have the one main Buddha motif here. It seems lots of minor deities all together. This is the way to, I guess I came in from the side. This is the front entrance. Oh, Saturday. If you're not into people, don't come here on Saturdays.
Yes.
Excuse me. Don't feel bad for the young man pulling the cart, and sometimes young lady. They are paid extremely well for their sweat and labor, not the indentured servitude associated with rickshaws of days gone by.
Oh, good sunny.
Good sunny.
People posing for the rickshaw.
Of course, rickshaw has a lot of associated connotations to it. You can probably never have something like this in China or Vietnam, anywhere that's been sort of a colonial power has been dominating. Oh, cute family. You can't have sort of vestiges of slavery as modern commerce in those countries. So, but here in Japan, it's accepted without much derision. It's a good way for young people to earn some good money. Here you have strapping young men, but I've seen young girls. I think the way the rickshaw is constructed, it's all based on sort of leverage. So you just, as long as you have a certain amount of weight on the bar in the front, you can pull the rickshaw with a lot of efficiency. These big metropolis, it's just the pedestrian friendly nature of these cities. In the U.S., you have New York, Seattle, maybe Chicago, somewhat. That's kind of similar, pedestrian friendly. But if you're living in most parts of the U.S., it's all based on car culture. So, oh, here we go. You have a wedding. Great. I think I would go for a kimono. much more than a wedding dress if I was a Japanese bride. But anyways, as I was saying, in the US, you gotta drive everywhere, just to get out of the house, go pick up a pack of cigarettes. Here, all you have to do is go out your door and you're in the midst of things. Everything's available, everything's nearby, whatever you need. And there's a lot of social interaction. I mean, not so much person to person, but just visually, there's so much going on here. I mean, in terms of convenience, in terms of getting around, and I think Tokyo ranks up there at the top. And as you move, you go to Thailand or Phnom Penh or these other places, you get a little bit more of anarchy, controlled anarchy feeling a lot of times. Things are a little bit more raw. But, that's just what happens after these cities evolve after so many years of tourism. So, yeah, on this trip, definitely some of my favorite cities that I came that I visited would be Tokyo, Shanghai, Taipei. These are some really very international, very accommodating. You wouldn't feel totally out of place, even if you didn't speak the language. Yeah, really good. And not traveling in the full heat of summer, full humidity of summer. That helps a bit. So come here in the spring, come here in the fall. Best time. Right now, Bangkok, you're looking at 40 degrees Celsius, feels like 45. So, weather is important.